I was just about to leave the house when the delivery man turned up. I completely forgot that I'd done a home shop. So, I know how much you love an unboxing, so let us start unboxing. After 25 years living in London, I've returned to my birthplace amongst the mountains of the South Wales valleys. Join me as I journey my new life with plans of growing my own food and ultimately creating my own homestead. Videos are posted every week, so if you like this one, give the video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. When I was looking at my shopping last week, I thought, I'm sure I ordered some corn. Just found it. Right at the back of the fridge. Which is creating a bit too much frost for my liking. Right, here goes then. Milk, right. So it's the 22nd as I film this. Best before June the 25th. That's sort of okay, because I do use a lot of milk, but I am slightly wearing thin with the fact that when you order items, they've only got a few days left. So we'll bear that in mind as we go along. Oh, disco lights are off. Let us start the... Let's do the frozen stuff so I can put them away. Right. Frozen peas. I do love my peas. And I've got 2 bags of those. Mainly because I've doubled up on a few things, because I know that next month's wages are going to be quite down. So I've deliberately over-ordered at the end of this month. So I have enough to get me through. So they were green beans. What are they called? Broad beans. I can remember the name then. Sweet corn. And cauliflower florets. Now, when I bought these last time, I thought these tubs were a bit too big. But I actually got through them in about 10 days. So I thought, I'll get them again. So they weren't as big as I thought that they were. It's actually quite cold today, so I think I might take the butter out of the fridge. After all the heat that we had yesterday, today it's rather chilly, so much so I put the fire on this morning. HP sauce. Didn't have any of that, so I've ordered 2 tubs. My favourite kombucha, which is a raspberry elderflower. Beautiful little glass of that in the morning. Get you going. Oh, my kefir drink. Cherry. I find I usually change my food when it comes to the autumn, so we're still in the summer mode. Right, 24th. Best before the 24th. Right, it's a best before, so I'll still be able to use the spinach a few days later. And in fact, I think the last one I used about a week after the best before date, and it was perfectly fine. Bit of mint sauce. You can't have a Sunday lunch without a mint sauce. Oh yes, Sunday lunch. And organic porridge oats. They might have to go under the stairs because there's not a lot of space here. Now, I had these last time and I liked them a lot, so I'm having them again. Mini fillet chickens. So you don't have to have a full breast, used by the 25th. What else? Oh, these I also liked, and I froze these. These are New York style beef burgers. Now, the only problem I had with these is when I froze them, I just put the entire thing into the freezer. So in order to try and detach them, it was quite difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep them out, and I'm actually going to put them into some tin foil or something, so that when I just want them, I can just pull the one out rather than pulling them all out. And I love these as well. These are unsmoked bacon medallions. Very nice for a breakfast in the morning. Pop them in there. And this was nice as well. Bit expensive, £12.60, but it is organic British beef rump steak. Beautiful. And that went in the fridge last time as well. I'll do the same to that at the end, because the camera is stood where the freezer is. Again, for the breakfast, chipolata sausages. And very nice they are too as well. Pop them in there. Oh, and I must say, the bananas are looking a bit on the green side. I think I might have to ripen them myself, so I don't think I'll be eating them for a few days. So we'll pop them there. And with those burgers, a nice brioche bun. They were very nice, so nice that one or two of them I ate without a burger inside it. There you go, the traditional peppers. I do prefer a yellow pepper to all the other colours. Right, just take them out of the packing. I'll be using them tomorrow, and plus it gives a bit more space to this TARDIS fridge and freezer. Right, what else do we have? Now, I haven't had bread for a while, so I thought I would treat myself to a sourdough. I haven't had any breakfast yet, so that might be sliced up in a moment. And some other kombucha. This one is ginger. Now, because there's no space in the fridge, I'm having to keep them in there. But when I know I'm going to use them, or whenever there is space, I tend to just pop them in to make them chill out a bit. Now, I ordered 2 of these, because obviously we've got increased tenants now. But they only had 1. And I thought 1 is better than nothing. Although that box was for £15, I think it was. They'll all be standing, just behind the camera now, thinking it's time for food. They like these little sticks as well. So I've got different flavours. We've got some salmon and trout. And then their favourites are these dreamies. So I've got an assortment of flavours for the weeks ahead. Now, I like that chocolate I bought last time, so I've bought it again. It is smooth dark chocolate with raspberries. But this time what I'm going to do is, and I used to do this before, I don't think I had the NutriBullet out though. Put that into the NutriBullet and turn it into a powder. It's a lot easier to put onto your food. Right, I've bought some products because the place needs a bit of a scrub. So I've ordered some Flash wipe down and orange, because I do like the smell of orange when you wake up in the morning. So I thought I'd try something new. This is lemon and oak shower gel, because the one that I usually have wasn't available. And this one, that is a new one that I haven't seen before. But I do like a bit of sandalwood, so I thought I'd try this one as well. Sandalwood and rich vanilla. And when it comes to washing, I just get one of those packs and that'll last me a few months. So we'll pop that in there because I don't want that to be out around the food. Right, what else is there? 2 Scottish bits of salmon. Roasted parsnips. Raspberries. I think there's 2 of these. 2 raspberries. 2 blueberries. And again, something new I thought I would have a go at. These are almond croissants, which apparently you put in the oven. And I thought it would be quite nice of a morning to treat yourself to a almond croissant and get the smell in the kitchen like an old bakehouse. So that is the shopping this week. Like I said, I've deliberately doubled up on things so that I have enough to get me through the next few weeks. But let us pack this away, and then, like I was going to do, I was going to pop down to the homestead. And plus, I can hear Mystery calling me behind the door because she can probably hear these. Right, let me do these now before I forget. I used to do this with butter. There you go. And then when it comes to defrosting them, it's a lot easier. Beautiful little packages of pleasure. There you go. They can go in the freezer now. I like to put this onto my oats. So we'll just put a few slices in there, whiz them up to make our own powder. Don't want to do it for too long because it heats up and then it starts to stick together. Also make sure the container's dry when you do it. But there you go. Oh, beautiful scent. Right, may as well do the whole thing. Oh, there's a big chunk there. There you go, beautiful. Stunning scents for a Sunday morning. It does get stuck in the little crevices though. Make sure we get every last little bit out. Today was a day where I thought, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do today. And I haven't stopped. I was just about to go out, which would have meant missing the Waitrose van. Oh, there you go. Beautiful. I'm starting to fall out of love with these, to be honest. These plastic containers. I'm starting to like these better. These glass ribbed ones, which I bought from my Amazon wish list. Liking them a lot. Right. Something else to be cleaned. It's all cleaned in this house. Now that I've been in the house for about a year, I'm starting to see how things are not working. So, like this. It's a bit of a tight squeeze to get into. And then when I am in here, I can't really rock. So, I thought I might have a bit of a switcheroo. So I'm thinking if that is in the window, then at least I've got the window space to rock back into. As long as I don't rock too hard and fall out the window. I just like sitting here looking at the mountains. So that could go like that. But the wall is not straight. It's on a bit of a curve. So I think I'll just try it in this corner for a while. But I'm going to have to get an extension lead. One sec. Because there is no plug over in that corner for the lamp. Well, there is a plug, but it doesn't work. Disconnected many years ago. I suppose I could then use the wall. I could put a pin board on the wall or something. And then let's pop this back in the corner and see what it feels like. Well, it certainly feels more space. There you go. Yes, I can have a rock and have a ponder. Yes, that might actually work out a lot better. Even though I liked it over there. It reminded me of John Boy Walton as he sat by his window and looked out onto the garden. There you go. That'll have to do with a bit of a dust. But it all adds to the character, that's what I say. Right, how long now before a cat comes and claims it? Oh, that is a lot better. A lot better indeed. And then, see, I can turn it that way as well, if I was doing a bit of filming. A lot more scope. Right. I'm trying to find my car keys. I've just had a text from the farmer to say, would I like another blue barrel, the same like I had before? So once I get my car keys, then I can go and get it. Right then, I've got the blue barrel, so let's just run it down to the Homestead. I was tempted just to roll it down the street, but I thought, let's just take the car. It's a bit of a difficult thing to handle, but it's not that bad. This can go with my other one. I'm building up a collection. Now, in time, I will cut the top off and make a proper rain catching device. But for the time being, it can just stay there as is until I decide where it's going to go. Well, I've been here for about an hour and a half and we've had a torrential rainstorm. I haven't got a coat on me. I've just got this hat. So I'm just going to have to get soaked. It's eased off a bit, but I'm going to get soaked anyway. So I may as well go sooner than later because I fancy a Sunday lunch. The postman's just been and he's brought a parcel. If you hear a cat talking in the background, it'll be mystery. So I thought I would start a project that I probably will never finish. So I've got 2 pots of furrow and ball paint. One is called Charlotte's Locks and the other one is called Banciata. Now this one was originally for the room downstairs, but I realised I haven't opened it, so maybe that could be for the kitchen, if it gets into focus. So I thought I would try behind the door, so at least if it is awful, then I don't have to look at it. Now, the reason why I've gone for this colour, although in the pot it looks a bit like Heinz tomato soup. This is the colour that houses were back in the 70s, and I remember my kitchen was looking this colour as a child. So I thought maybe for the bathroom it would look nice. And also, if you remember when we went over to the Brecon Beacons the other week, this was the colour of the walls in the garage. What do you think as a colour for a bathroom? It's a bit different from just a blue, isn't it? So many bathrooms are blue just because of the association with the sea and water. What do you think? What's it look like on video? I quite like it. Obviously it looks a bit bright at the moment, but it'll soon calm down. What do you think, Mystery? See, she likes it as well. I was looking the other day at the prices of what do they call them? Roll top baths, you know, these Victorian baths, and they didn't seem that bad, but I thought I'm not in a rush to do anything like that. That can be left for a few years to see if I decide I'm going to. Oh well, no use crying over spilled tomato soup. Maybe I'll start a trend and wash the floor as well. And paint the floor, I mean. Right, I'll have to get a cloth and sort that out in a moment. It's surprising how far these little pots go. Now, I know it's not the right brush, but I didn't think I'd be doing this today. I was just about to get ready to go down to Homestead. I need to go and collect my tools, and I didn't want to get into a life of doing this. So I will buy some extra in the coming weeks. But I need to go down to Homestead to pick up my secateurs and my gloves in order to do some work in the cottage garden. And I thought I don't really want to get into that, so I will at some point buy extra. Because you know what'll happen, I'll go down to Homestead one day and then realise I would have left them in the house, and then you spend half your life walking up and down the street. It doesn't look as orange as what I remember as a child, but that could be because it's just gone on. So I will come back at the end of the day and have another look. In fact, what does it look like in the dark? There you go. Looks more of a terracotta. I'm watching, I don't walk backwards and step into it. Step into the little smudges on the floor. Right, shall I finish? No. Shall I finish the pot? What do you do with the little tester? Do you use it all? Okay, let's just finish this little bit off then. Because I feel you really need to have a good square. There's no point just daubing it on. I'm trying to make a decision. You need to have a good expanse. Now when I come to paint, I'm just thinking, I've never used one before, but a roller might be quite good. There you go. What do you think? I'm sure you'll tell me in the comments below, whether I ask or not. Right, just go and clean this brush. Seeing as I'm in the mood. Now I'm not sure about this. That's why I've put it over on this corner by the door. But let's have a look. I'll put up on screen the picture I saw when I had the idea. This is why I wanted to paint the living room this colour, because I thought this room looks rather spectacular. But does it work in a kitchen? That is the question. Look at that. Looks a bit like diarrhea at the moment. But again, let's go with it for a while. And then if it doesn't work, I'll put a notice board on top of it, and then we'll never have to speak of it again. Is that too dark for a kitchen, is my initial thought. Do you remember that TV show? What was it called? Tony Hart? Rather thick, this paint, I must say. I won't do too much of the wall because, like I said, I'm a bit unsure about this. But we'll do a notice board size. Oh, I'll have to have a cup of tea after all this work. Whew. I think it's because I've been watching Tyler and Todd again in Canada, giving me the inspiration to get the old paintbrush out. It does look different as it's drying. And it's looking better, but I don't know. For a room that has the main light from the skylight, I'm unsure. So I'm going to leave it there. put the lid back on that. I think it will work very well for a sitting room or a living room, but I'm not too sure. Let's just leave it there, come back in a few hours and see what I think about it, especially in the dark tonight. But if I don't go for this colour, what colour do you suggest? Right, let's have a cup of tea. The trouble with picking up Mystery is that her hair goes all over your top. So I'm keeping a top just for her. So when I go upstairs, I change it. When I go and hug the other cats. Right. Have a nice cup of tea now. Well, I think the length of this video is going on a bit too long, and I don't want to keep you. I know you've got other things to get on with. So I will bid you fond farewell, but I'll catch up with you in a few days' time. I'm going to enjoy my cup of tea now, so I will see you next time. So from me until then, bye for now.